How do you feel about joining the Brumbies?
No, I'm excited. Good group of young boys here, and a couple of the boys from the force come over, so I'm really excited to see what Dan and the team bring for my game.
Is it a relief to get a club?
Yeah, it was. It's always a good relief to get a club, but you know, like it was sort of a big decision for me to come here because it was tossing up between a couple of clubs. So it was obviously Dan and that gave me a call, and I think that it was just I don't know, a little bit of fate that I've come here because Dan's been good to me so far. So yeah.
And do you feel as though your game can go to a next level, you know, with the backline that the Brumbies have?
Yeah, for sure. I've still got a lot to learn. Like having Tavita and Spate there, that's like a massive plus for me. Like just learning off of them too, and whatever, like whoever else I can, I'm just soaking it all up basically.
And coming across from rugby league, has it been hard to make the transition?
No, well, I only went to rugby league for like 5 years. Basically, like my first game of league was 5 years ago. So I grew up playing union. Yeah, so like I basically played union my whole life, but I sort of just getting my bearings around the field and trying to figure out where I need to be, and like learning off of people, as I said, off like Henry Spate and you know the boys that are at the back line.
Chance, what background-wise, are you eligible Wallabies or New Zealand or?
Yeah, well, at the moment I'm eligible for both, like because I haven't been capped or anything. Yeah, I've been here for I think 6 years now, so like I'm eligible for the Wallabies at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, is that a goal of yours?
Yeah, definitely. It's always a goal to get to some sort of international level, you know. So like growing up as a young boy, being in New Zealand, obviously watching the All Blacks, you wanted to be an All Black, or now coming here, like it's changed to the Wallabies. So it's always good to go to some sort of international level.
You said you felt like it was a little bit of fate that you've turned up here at Brumbies. What did Dan sort of say to you, or what convinced you to come here instead of, I imagine Melbourne was an offer for you and that sort of thing?
Just the way he sort of spoke to me on the phone, it sort of seemed like they were really genuine about like giving me a good shot, and I know that my opportunity's there if I can take it. Like start of the year, I had a good opportunity to start off with the force. Unfortunately, I got injured, and like I feel like there's still some unturned stones there that I need to play super and actually like fulfill my full potential. So yeah.
Yeah, because coming to Canberra, like obviously you played in there with the Tigers. There was the Raiders there, Brumbies in Super Rugby you played against too. But I don't know, did you ever think about moving to Canberra? Has there been options previously to come here, or?
Well, yeah, there was an option to come to the Raiders. Probably mid-season last year to come back to league, and yeah, I'm just sort of I sort of said to myself, I've got a lot of like unturned stones. I sort of want to stay in union as long as I can and see where it takes me. So yeah.
Was it easier knowing there were a few guys coming over? Obviously, Issy made his decision early in the NRC, so there's obviously a few of you thinking about coming to Canberra.
Yeah, so when Issy made his decision, it was just like it was a big shock to me because like he's sort of the same as me. We're pretty comfortable people, like being in our comfort zone. So like when he made the decision, it's sort of like, well, why not? It's just gonna have to try something new. You're always gonna have to do something new. Like me going to the force, so yeah.
But with the Raiders, was it Pete Mulholland or Ricky who called you, or?
Yeah, Pete Mulholland. So Pete Mulholland got me down at to the Knights when I was younger.
Yeah.
So yeah, he actually had a lot to do with like recruiting me when I was younger. So
right.
Yeah.
So what was their pitch for the Green Machine? Was it being part of Ricky's plan, or like obviously there's guys like Jordan Rapana and you know Jared Croker, those guys there. I don't know where you would have fitted in, but what was their pitch to you for that?
Basically, they just said they wanted me to go down and compete with them, just like I'm doing here. So yeah, and I was just pretty shocked to get an actual phone call because the first thing Pete Mulholland said to me was like, "What's going on with the force?" And then I sort of told him we couldn't, like at the time I didn't really know. So like he was like, "Well, you come into the Raiders." That's the first thing he said to me. So I was pretty shocked, and I was just like, so yeah, and sort of just played out right that I've ended up here. So
yeah,
in Canberra. So
yeah, crazy that you've ended up here.
Yeah.
So this is a 2-year deal. So basically it sounds like in your mind you've put league to the back of your mind and said, I want to give rugby everything I've got and make a real crack of it first?
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm here to stay if they like they'll have me, you know. But like league's never so far away, you know. So like I'm still there with league, but like right now at the moment I'm just concentrating on what I can do for the Brumbies and like what I can bring to this team, you know. So and I want to give Union a really good crack before I make other decisions, you know. So I'm here for 2 years, and that's what it's going to be so far, you know. So.
Saw Richie Arnold yesterday. He said this year's probably been one of the toughest of his life, just because you guys have been in limbo for so long.
Yeah.
How about for you? Has it been a really tough year? Has it taken a toll?
Well, luckily we had close boys. Me and Richie are pretty close. Essie, all the Force boys were pretty close. So it was a really tough situation to be in, and like just being in limbo, as you said, like it was unreal. Like still hasn't hit me that they've gone, but like now that I'm here, I'm just like, so, you know, moving on to other things. So just really excited to see what happens.
Did it make you frustrated at rugby at all? Like, because I imagine that what went on is the sort of thing that could drive a player like you back to league.
Yeah, it was a bit frustrating, but like as I said, I'm here to stay. Like I want to give Union a good crack. So yeah, I was a little bit frustrated at the time, but I'm here to stay. So yeah.
Imagine it would have been pretty hard to turn down Dave as well, and the Rebels, given a lot of boys are going there, and you said you're a bloke who likes to be in your comfort zone, that sort of thing. Yeah,
it was a really tough decision. It was something that I slept on for months. Like it was a really hard decision to make, but making it, I feel like I've made the right decision now. So like it's all the boys are cool to meet, and coaching staff's really nice. So just can't wait to see what pre-season brings.
Cool.